welcome back to a new vlog. It's Melissa. If you are new here on my channel, make sure to subscribe and also leave me a like if you enjoy watching this video. I would really appreciate that. Today all I did was go ahead and take a shower. I just did my makeup as well. Still need to do my hair because we are actually invited to a birthday party. It's Pierre's sister's birthday today, and we're gonna go to a restaurant later on, but we first also need to go and get some flowers and things. So I'm gonna take y'all along with me today, but as I said, I still need to go ahead and do my hair. I just washed it, but it looks crazy right now. I hope y'all enjoy this week's vlog. Just did my hair to let it set and cool down, and then once we are actually ready to go, I will brush it out. That makes them look much better, but I just put some hairspray in them. And I'm actually super early. We're not leaving till another, like, I don't know, 3 hours. But the thing is, I hate to rush getting ready. So I much prefer doing it earlier than necessary than being last minute and having to rush through everything, because whenever I do that, everything goes wrong. So I'm happy. I'm already ready to go. I'm just still not sure about my outfit. Right now I just have this beautiful black dress on, but I feel kind of cold, like even inside here. And I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be freezing in the evening, so maybe I will change my mind, but I will tell y'all if I do. I think I decided I'm going to stay with this dress. I'm going to stick to this outfit. I got a little bit warmer. I think it was because I hadn't eaten anything, so I had lunch. Now I feel better. I'm going to wear this dress, and I'll probably pair it with this Tommy Hilfiger bag that I have. And then I'll also take my pretty cardigan with me in case I do get cold. So I at least have something that I can throw over this. And I think it looks good together. So this is what it looks like with the cardigan on. I can leave it open. I can also like tie it up if needed. And I think it goes well together.
That's fine. It's all good to me.
Oh my god. Shots. What's happening?
just me and you. Sandy beaches, waves so high. Summer love.
Good morning, or rather good afternoon, because it's already late in the day. I just went grocery shopping, got something to eat as well. Yesterday we came home pretty late and I think I went to sleep at like 2 a.m. So I feel super exhausted today. It's also quite hot and I'm looking forward to eating this. So Pierrick asked me if I could do some homemade pizza because he needs to eat gluten-free. So I agreed because I also want some pizza. And I'm going to get started with the dough because that needs to sit, I think, for an hour. And then there are a lot of tractors passing by here. After I do the dough, I will go ahead and I think make myself a salad because I'm actually already hungry and I don't want to wait until the pizza is done. So
Dance in the summer heat. Feel the rhythm, move your feet. Sun and sand, it's so sweet. Summer days can't be beat.
Morning's done, the day is won. Sun is dancing and everything's fine. A gentle breeze, the city's slow. I take a seat, let the moment flow. A cup of coffee, sugar falls in. I stir it slow, let the calm begin. In these quiet hours, I feel at ease. Like simple magic in moments like these. I find the magic in the everyday. In the sweetest sips, the sun slips away. Little things that bring a smile to me, like the sugar swirling in my coffee. No rush, no race, just the afternoon light. In the simple joy, everything feels right. I find the magic soft and free. In these sweet moments, just being me. The counter fades a peaceful hum. The world slows down and
I just spent the past couple of days at home working on a project. Actually, I'll talk about it later. Today I had therapy online and it went okay. I actually cried. But right now I'm just walking towards the grocery store because I need to get some bread. And then once I'm back, I will tell you all what I was working on.
swirling in my coffee. No rush, no race, just the afternoon light in the simple.
Let's talk about business. I'm actually so excited. I got my little notebook and I got my laptop with me as well. And I'm really excited to tell you guys that I am working on a project and it will probably be coming out in mid-October, hopefully, fingers crossed, because I'm like really passionate about this and I'm super excited to finalize everything. However, I just wanted to go through everything that I have done so far. Also, it is so hot, it's not even funny. I think it's like 35 degrees and in Switzerland 35 degrees are just unbearable. I came out of the shower, my hair is still wet, but it's drying so fast and I'm sweating as we speak. I'm going to tell you what I have done already, what my next steps will be. So exciting. I'm so happy. The first thing that I actually did was go ahead and create a full business plan. I did this not because I'm going to apply for any bank loan or investors. However, I just wanted to have all of the information in one place, everything about the brand, because this also like helps me to keep up with things and keep things consistent. So I'm just going to go through my business plan and tell you everything that I wrote down. So it started off with the executive summary. However, this I did actually last because I needed to have all the other points before I could do a summary of them, obviously. So this step will be actually the last step to do. And then the first thing I did was the vision and mission. So I answered the questions: why does the brand exist? What feeling should the brand create? Who is the brand for? What makes your brand stand out? What makes it different? That is also very important. So the second point was to set some brand values. And I did set 6 brand values. Number 3 was branding. So I decided on a business name. Also, I wrote down why I chose that name, so what the name actually represents. I wrote down the domain, so the website name that I want to use. I still need to go ahead and purchase the domain, so I haven't done that yet, so that's one of my next steps. But I already wrote down the idea I have in my mind. I wrote down the business email address I want, and then I set myself a brand color palette. So I decided which colors are going to be my primary colors and which colors are going to be my secondary colors. And in those, I have 2 primary colors, which are for background and for the font, so for the text. And then I have 3 secondary colors, which are a little bit more like accent colors or seasonal colors that I have also set, and I will just move along those lines. So I set myself like a guideline. Typography, which is basically the fonts that you want to use. The font style, I have 2 or max 3, I guess. Then I have the full logo description. I like the logo so much. It's very simple, but also very pretty and dainty. So I have the full logo description and what each like little icon should mean in the logo. Then I have a section for photography. Here I just set some guidelines on how I want the photographs of the products, setting, which vibes. So I have all that written down. Also have a section for packaging and customer experience. So I listed everything that I want to include in the packaging, from thank you cards to the mailers, which they will be shipped in, or anything else like stickers. The next main point is operations, so that's number 4. Product sourcing and production, inventory management, order fulfillment, so the whole process of what happens when somebody places an order all the way to them receiving the item. And then I have a section for customer service, quality control, shipping and returns. And then future operations. Whenever I scale the business, I already have like some kind of idea what I want to do. I have then point number 5 is product strategy. I have phase number 1, which is the initial launch. I already specified all that. Phase number 2 is collection expansion. And then I also have a phase number 3 planned, which then goes even further with everything that I want to include in my brand. Then in number 6, I have a marketing plan, the brand positioning, the target market, the primary target audience, secondary target audience, unique selling proposition, and marketing objectives. I have short-term goals within the first 12 months. I have long-term. I have all the marketing channels listed. So going from social media all the way to email and website. Number 7 is actually suppliers. I described where I am sourcing things from. Number 8 is all the startup costs. So I did like a rough estimate of what it will cost for me to actually start the business. This is not the cost of running the business, that will come later. However, I just figured out how much money will go into it so I can publish the website, basically. And then I also have calculated product pricing and profitability. I have the break-even analysis. That's super important. You need to know how much you need to do in revenue in order for you to reach the break-even points. And then I have in number 9 my first year goals, and I set goals for product development, brand development, online store, marketing and community, operations, customer experience, business development, and then I also have end of year 1 targets. I also have in number 10 key performance indicators, so your KPIs. And then I broke those down into product performance, marketing, customer experience, financial performance, and business development milestone. Number 11, I have my 5-year mission. Number 12 is competitor analysis. For this one, I actually took 3 different competitors and I compared the positioning, target audience, brand identity, product focus, price range, material and quality, production, customization, delivery time, returns, warranty, customer reviews, and social media presence, as well as unique selling proposition. And then I wrote down like my key observations on all of those competitors. Number 13, I have the SWOT analysis. If you don't know what that is, it is basically your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Did that, and then in number 14, which is very boring but important, I have the legal and administrative structure. I have the business structure, business registration, accounting, taxes, consumer protection, intellectual property, product safety, and then in number 15, finally, I have risk management. So I have listed all the different types of risk and the mitigation strategy I have for each one of those. So that's my full business plan. It is 23 pages long and I did put some good work into this. I have a Excel list for all my suppliers, so I listed all of them. I also listed some product categories and made a list of all of the possible suppliers. I already researched the suppliers, so I looked at the products, the materials, so the quality of things, their reviews. I also looked at the minimum order quantity, which is important because sometimes it can be, in wholesale it can be cheap, but you need to order like thousands of pieces. So because I'm not going to do that from the start, I needed to check out which will provide me with a little bit less of a quantity but still have a great price. I already did that, and now we're finally at the point where I'm at right now. I do have my little notebook and I did go ahead and write down all of the phases up until the launch, which I hope, as I said, will be in mid-October. It's also my birthday month. I have my birthday on the 5th of October, and it would be so exciting if I could launch my business in my birthday month. And let's go ahead and see what I wrote down in my little journal here. Phase number 1, starting from now, I will do the final decisions. I need to decide on the first collection, which I already have a great idea on, and then I need to finalize the material. So I will come out with 8 products initially, and then as I go, if I see like things are performing well, I will obviously come out with more collections. And then I need to like decide on the size, decide on packaging and finish all the logo variations. So phase number 1 is all about final decisions, deciding on the first collection. Phase number 2 will be branding. So I need to create the brand board. As I said, I will do like an inspo board for my first collection with colors, fonts, textures, flowers, packaging. And then I also want to write down a separate document from my business plan, because the business plan is quite extensive. I want to do a brand guidelines chart, and it is without having any prior experience, but I'm very positive I am going to make this happen, and I'm super excited. I need to test the quality, like the durability. I also need to test if I just visually like it or not, obviously. And then I move on to phase number 4, which will be the website. Haven't started on anything yet. So I'm going to create the pages. It's going to have a home, about, the shop, the shipping and returns, contact and privacy and terms. And then I need to write for the website the about us, the brand story, the mission, the shipping and return policy, as well as a care guide. That's like the things that I want to have on my website before I go ahead and do anything else with it. And then phase number 5 will be social media prep. So this will start before I even launch. I will go ahead and create a separate Instagram account, TikTok account, and also a Pinterest specifically for my brand. And my goal is, before I launch, that I have 15 to 20 posts on Instagram, 20 to 30 videos on TikTok, and like 30 to 50 pins on Pinterest. Move on with phase number 6, which is inventory. I will go ahead and order the entire inventory, everything that I need. We'll actually start production. I wrote down minimum 4 weeks before launch. That will give me enough time so I have all the products ready that are going to be in my store. And then phase number 7 will be content creation, photography and filming to do once I actually create the product. Also, it's going to be handmade, I can tell you that much. I'm going to start my brand with handmade items, and then potentially when I grow, I will always go ahead and add on different items as well. This is going to be a lifestyle brand. It's not going to be one category alone. I will start with one category, but my goal is definitely to scale to a much bigger like lifestyle brand, as I said, and I'm so excited now. I can't imagine how it will feel like when I actually bring out the items that I truly like care about as well. I would personally never start a brand with things that I don't personally use and love. So I'm going to make sure that every single piece, every single item is actually something that I would use every single day and enjoy and love. So I'm pretty sure that you guys will love it as well. And then phase number 8 is finishing the website. After I have the products, I have photographed products, I will upload everything on my website. I will do the products, the descriptions, the price, photos, inventory, shipping, and policies. And then we're really close to the end actually, because phase number 9 is launch campaign, create the excitement countdown. I will probably start this like 14 days out, just so I can get a little bit of excitement and people actually want to find out, and it creates some curiosity, and I'm not just launching out of the blue, because it is my first ever brand and I'm super nervous as well. But I am confident I can do this, so we will see. Yeah, and that is basically everything that I have in this little notebook. And then step number 10 would obviously be to actually launch the brand. And I hope everything will work out. Obviously, there can be errors and fails along the way. However, I hope this will be a very smooth journey for me. We will see. Also wanted to mention that I read your comments on my previous vlog a couple of days ago. I saw them and it absolutely made my day, and not only that, it actually made my week. I'm so super excited and thinking about it. Thank you so much for commenting. I am so happy that you enjoy watching my vlogs. And if you're new here, definitely make sure to subscribe. I'm just a girly in my 20s, living here in Switzerland and taking you guys along with me on my journey. I share super authentic and realistic week in my life vlogs and also some extra content with books and travels, trips, etc. I would really love to have you here on my channel. We are almost at 2,000 subscribers and I just love to see it grow.